Hey, what's up everyone, Micha here and welcome back on the channel. In today's video I've got for you a first look at one of the new upcoming maps in Beyond the Wire's new big update, the map of Vimy Ridge. A few weeks ago, developers already released an article about this map with a lot of pictures which you're seeing right now. You can check that out with the link down in description. Now in this video we are taking things a bit further and going into the game to hover around a bit with admin camera and of course on the ground to check out capture points on Assault game mode. Before we do that, if you like content from Beyond the Wire, if you like content on this channel, go ahead and make sure to hit subscribe button for more and to help this channel grow. So let's go, Vimy Ridge or Vimy Ridge, however you prefer, and let's go around the map here. Let's see the first objective, B objective here. There's a lot of trenches around here, so it is quite possible to approach these objectives by the looks of it. If you stick your head out, you'll probably be dead very quickly. And yeah, there is one demolished building on B point. And a lot of trenches around to connect from B to A objectives. There we go, there is one tunnel here. Let's see if we can go inside. Where does it lead? It leads very close to A objective. So yeah, let's check out A here before we go onto the ground to see how the view is from below. Okay, so we're on the ground now, approaching capture point B here. It's named town outskirts. It's basically on southern side of the map. The map is going from west to east, if I forgot to mention this. And yeah, there is a way from this window to shoot to any defensive reinforcements that come this way. Now we're already out of the point, so it is quite small circle here. We'll see how this one goes in the battle. And before I move towards A, I just need to wait here to capture this point so we can advance further into the map. Alright, B is captured and let's move on towards the A along this trench line to see where we will end up. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's not yet. There's that one crater and the underground tunnels. Okay, let's move forward. And here we are. Capture point A. It really, I think a lot of people can go inside here, and I think it's going to be a grenade fest. If somebody is defending or attacking, so they can throw a lot of grenades in here, and of course with commander's abilities to call in air support. Let's just check into this tunnel when the capping starts in the tunnel, if you can hide from anything. Oh, there we go. Not that deep into it. Anyway, let's look around a bit on this side. So yeah, basically, I think if you stick your head out, you're dead. And yeah, now we have to wait a few minutes before we move on. Okay, so first part is captured. This was this last capture point A. And on we go along the trench lines towards capture point C and D. Here they are. There is on C, there is 2 bunkers, some buildings. We'll see if all of those buildings are in the capture point. We'll see that. And very close is actually capture point D, another big crater created by explosions. And there we go. If we go a bit to the south from D, there is a chapel. It could be a position for spawn points or something like that to run your attacks from this position. Okay, let's go to the ground now. Alright, here we are on capture point C now to see what do we have here. And this first bunker here, it's actually on the edge of the circle. Let's see, it's in the circle. Okay, this window is not in the circle, but this one is. So yeah, you can shoot from the bunker while being on the point. Okay, let's move on. Here we have another bunker. Let's see if we can enter this one. We probably can. There we go. It's also somewhere on the edge of the circle. But this one, I think it's fully on the point. So yeah, you can be in this one and defend properly. This is also a good spot for artillery or machine guns. Here we have a few ruined buildings. Let's check out this one. There we go. Good vantage point. Good vantage point to shot and be shot, actually. And I think here we are on the edge of the circle, so that building is not on the point. But yeah, it will probably be a lot of fighting around that building, probably some spawn points. So yeah. Okay, a few minutes before we move on to the next point. Alright, capture point C is captured, and let's move on towards D, which is very close. And before we go, that high ground by that flag and the bunker, that is also a very good position for artillery or machine guns to defend these objectives down here. Here we go, capture point D, very close to capture point C, so I think it's going to be a big fight for both of these objectives at once. So yeah, it's a big capture point here, big circle, and I believe it's going to be another one for lots of grenades in here. We've actually got exit here on all sides, south, north, east and west. And yeah, before we move on, yeah, we need to wait to capture this point so we can move to another section. Okay, these two capture points are now behind us, so let's move on to the next one. Here we have F capture point and E capture point up the hill. F will be a close quarter fight in this small village with a lot of hard cover behind those walls and in the buildings. Here we can also see that there will be encouraged rooftop fighting. It will probably going both ways to prevent defenders to come to this point and also to prevent attackers to come to this point. So yeah, let's go now to check the E. They're both also connected with a lot of trenches on this side. of the hill, of the western side of this hill, and up towards the E capture point. It's actually a fortified position here with 2 bunkers on it, which I mentioned before. It will be a good position for artillery and machine guns. And there's only one entrance through the trench line, so yeah, it's actually going over the top into this one. And now let's go onto the ground to see from the ground view. Alright, here we are in the village now, towards the capture point F. Here we have this building with sandbags on it, on the rooftop. It's going to be a good position. Like many other positions here, you can be easily shot down or easily spot enemies who are approaching this position. Okay, let's just check how many buildings are here in the circle. This circle is really big, biggest so far. So on this side, on eastern side, we basically have all the buildings. And so let's just go down down to the west and check out those buildings. Here we have a little stream going downhill. Here we go. I think there are some. Yeah, we're on the edge now. These 3 buildings will not be on the point here, but I believe there will be a lot of fighting in those buildings, of course. Okay, let's just check now this rooftop. There looks to be an easy way to get onto it. Can't go through this bush. Burned down bush. There we go. Nice view from all the direction, and also up the hill towards the E capture point. Alright, capture point F is in the bag now, and let's move towards E now. I'm going to go along this trench and approach that capture point from the western side. This is really big, really tall trench line here. There's actually there could be a lot of infantry hiding inside here. A tunnel that wasn't meant to be, so yeah, okay, here we are very close now. Let's go over the top here and towards the capture points, towards this first bunker. We will see on these points if those bunkers are in the circle. Here we go, the capping has started. It's really also a big place here to hide and to defend. Some head cover, probably from artillery. Okay, here we are. Okay, this bunker is not fully in the circle. We can see we are now out. Okay, let's check the other bunker. This one is good news, and it's looking west, where the attackers are coming from. So that is good. And the only way in and out through the trench system. Let's just check it, where this trench goes. Yeah, it can come from the previous capture point. So you would have to go behind enemy lines in a way. Alright, previous sector is captured, and on we go to the next pair of capture points. There we go towards G and H capture points. We've got also a few buildings along the way towards G, and trench system, and there is one tunnel, I think, to approach G capture point. There we go. A little bit of navigating through here. There we go. Here we are on G capture point now. There is also a wooden tower here, which will probably be useful in defense. I believe there will also be a lot of grenades thrown into this position. We've got 2 bunkers on the G to defend, and a trench system, trench network actually, that goes towards H capture point. Here we go. And there's also, this one's also like in the ground, which will probably be flushed out with grenades and air support from commander. Okay, let's go on to the ground and see from that perspective. Alright, H capture point first. Here we approach from the south, not in the trenches this time. There we go, there is also a trench for defenders to come in, and the capping actually starts when you are in this little dugout. It's a bunker. There's a tunnel, I think, that leads in from the west. There is a tunnel that probably leads toward G capture point. We'll find that out. And there's a bunker on top. Let's see if that bunker is in a circle. I think it is. Let's just check it out. It's fully in the circle. Good news for defenders again. Okay, H capture point is captured, and now let's go along this tunnel towards G capture point, and we'll find where we end up. It wasn't a long tunnel. Let's see where we go now. There's another tunnel. Let's check this one. This one is actually a concrete tunnel, and we are already on the G point. So yeah, if those tunnels can lead from one capture point to another, I can totally see engineer squads to block them off. We're actually here in the middle of the circle, so these 2 bunkers are pretty close. Yeah, they're on the point, at least one of them, and I think the second one also. These capture points will be so difficult to capture. And it will be so difficult to defend as well. So, yeah. Oh, here we have another tunnel. Another secret tunnel, let's say that. And, yeah, as soon as we capture this capture point, we'll go through this tunnel. Here we have another tunnel. This one and this one. We're actually in the middle of the point. Let's see where this one leads. Oh, we're now out of the point, but this one leads in from the western side. So yeah, I can see maybe a machine gunner facing that direction, or this tunnel being blocked off by engineer squad. Okay, we've got this capture point captured, we've got whole sector captured, so let's move along this tunnel, see where we can end up. Oh, no go, have to go back and wait for a new phase here. Okay, new phase is now available. Now we can go through this tunnel. And this tunnel, I think, by the distance to the capture point, we're already on the capture point, leads from previous cap point to this one. So yeah, this one is another big capture point. It's it's actually on the edge of the map, so okay, we are out of the point if we move any further in that direction. So can I climb here? Yes, I can. So yeah, I forgot what I tried to say, but anyway, I will be going into admin cam as soon as I capture this point because we're already on it. Let's see if we can be on these guns. Capture point with 3 big guns. It's named artillery pit. So yeah, if attackers are attacking, then they will probably drop a lot of heat on this point. Yeah, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then yes, circus clown. If you would be fired with this gun. Can we actually use them in game? I don't think so. Okay, the artillery pit's been captured, and here we have a bird's view of this capture point. Now we know that these bunkers are not on the point, and we know that there's a tunnel leading from this previous capture point towards this artillery pit. So yeah, there's another objective here. It's J capture point, and there is a trench system that leading towards it, and also from the previous sector capture point, it's very close actually. So yeah, here we have on G, there's another gun here, so let's see this from ground view. Here we are on J capture point. Are there any tunnels leading towards this cap? Yeah, there is. There is one tunnel probably leading from that western capture point in the previous sector. Okay, let's move to another sector of this map, and here I think we have 3 capture points to capture. Here we are approaching capture point M, 4 tents, 1 wooden tower to defend this. It looks like a German kitchen and latrines and something like this. So yeah, this one is actually quite in the open. So yeah, here we go. Let's move towards capture point L. There is some paths carved through stones here and rocks. And this L capture point looks like where they were sleeping. We'll see that when we are on the ground. And from L capture point towards K capture point, I can already see people shooting at each other, because that's very close in my opinion. So okay, on we go here towards K capture point. Few trenches. There's a rail track that's leading towards the artillery pit, which we saw before. So yeah, from this point it's also very close, the L capture point. So yeah, let's go onto the ground now and see the capture points from the ground view. Here we are, almost on the M capture point. In the tents, anything inside them? Nothing. Let's see if the wooden tower is in the circle. I think it is. So it's going to make a good addition to defend this capture point. Yes, it is. It's fully on the point. I think all of these tents are actually empty. Yep. Anything in here? Here we have where they cook their meals. It's nothing inside. Is anything in this spot? No, it's empty. They didn't leave anything behind them. And also these plates are empty. So yeah, let's wait a few minutes before we capture this point and then we'll move towards the next one. Okay, M is captured. It's actually named Field Kitchen, and now let's move on to L capture point. This is actually, it looks like a good opportunity to ambush attackers or defenders. So here we go, on the L capture point it's actually a big circle. Let's see what we have here on this point. I think we can go underground here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and they have beds in this part of the map, in these bunkers. Yeah, there's a lot of entrances, a lot of tunnels around here. Oh yeah. And actually here I'm out of the point. So yeah. Let's stay on the point for a few more minutes and then we'll move towards K capture point. Okay, L capture point is behind us, so let's move on to the K capture point. Let's go down a hill here. We do still have some time on hand, so yeah, but I think that with 3 capture points here, the time for the attackers to capture them could run out very fast. And here we'll go up the hill along the rocks. There is some path to go up there. Oh, we're already on the point. We're not even on top of it, so that is good. There we have this rail track. We're actually now out of the point. It's a small circle here on this point, and that's the direction of that big artillery pit with artillery guns. And with this capture point we are actually through. All that is left is Defenders HQ, German headquarters, and it's positioned in the village. That will also offer a lot of close quarter fighting, rooftop fighting. I see one ladder here, and we will check this on the ground. Alright, here we go now to the last capture point, into this village. Those buildings are very close to each other. We're on the point here, let's see. No, those 2 buildings here are not on the point. But the rest of the buildings, I think they are all on the point. Let's find out that. Here we have a chapel. Let's just check if we can get... I think this ladder don't work. will not work. No, it doesn't work. Let's just check if we can get on this building, on the rooftop. Right here. And onto the door. And onto the roof. There we go. You could also defend previous capture points from this roof. I don't think you can place machine guns or artillery guns on this roof. And that's it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll check out the second map of upcoming update very soon on this channel, so once again subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Hit like, leave your thoughts, suggestions or anything in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon in the next video.